I was in Joker 2, which just came out. It's the worst film that has ever been made.
So bad.
It's the worst film it's actually not so bad. It's the worst film ever made.
Why?
Well,
do you think they did it on purpose?
No. I think what happened after the first Joker was there was a lot of like talk like, ooh, this was loved by incels. This was loved by the wrong kinds of people, and this sent the wrong kinds of male rage, nihilism, you know, all these think pieces.
Right.
And then I think, what if we went the other way, and now they have Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga tap dancing to a point where it's insane.
But is it possible that he didn't want to make a sequel? And then he said,
no,
all right,
I know Tarantino said that. I mean, it's a quarter billion they did that with. If that's true, it's the most immoral thing I've ever seen in my life.
Or brilliant protest.
I don't think it's a brilliant protest.
Wouldn't it be fun, though?
I don't know. It's wasted everybody's time. Just make a good movie. You could have done it, you know? Just get out the fun. Stop dancing.
What do you think? What would motivate them to make a movie that's that
because
far the other way?
Because it's hubris, number one. The idea that that people love it so much, they're going to accept it in any version of it.
Do you think you would like it if it wasn't connected to the original Joker? No,
it has no plot. It has no plot. We would sit there, me and these other guys were all dressed in these fucking security outfits because we're working at the Arkham Asylum. And I would turn to one of them and we'd hear this crap and I'd go, what the fuck is this? And they go, this is going to bomb, man. I go, this is the worst thing I've ever. We would talk about it at lunch. We go, what is the plot? Is there a plot? They go, I don't know. I think he falls in love with her in the prison.
Is it worth going to see because it's bad?
It's not even hate watchable. That's how terrible it is.
But is it one of those things like Showgirls?
No.
Where it's so bad you could watch it?
No, because it's like you're sitting there and there's these people, you know, in the theater. And they're all confused, and I'm watching their reactions, and they're all like staring and everything. And like it starts like, oh, it's raining, and it's Arkham Asylum, and you're like, okay, cool. And then there's a moment where Joaquin Phoenix just goes, for once in my life, I have someone who needs me, and he just
breaks into a musical.
He just becomes a fucking musical.
But hold on, let me back this up.
Yeah.
Let me back this up. Don't you remember when Joaquin Phoenix went on Letterman?
Yes.
And he had like this.
Yes.
He had some crazy fake persona.
Yes.
Like he did something where he pretended to lose his mind.
Yes, a rapper or something.
Right.
Yes.
What was he doing?
I don't know. He was like.
What did he do for a while, Jamie?
Yeah, he did this. This is better than Joker.
Yeah, he was going to pursue a music career. This was 2009.
You've got a nice beard going, and
oh yeah, thank you.
How is that, the beard?
In what way?
Well, is it comfortable? Is it itchy? Is it? Are you pleased with it?
I'm okay with it, but now you're making me feel weird about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a long interview, but
that's okay, man. Letterman was a wizard at interviewing.
He was great.
He was so good. He's the best, in my opinion, of those guys.
1,000%.
He's just so good at.
It's a lovely film, really.
No, go back before that because he's wrapping it up. So, but Joaquin Phoenix was acting weird, and so people decided, oh, Joaquin Phoenix has lost his mind.
Right.
They didn't like the interview, and then kind of people went cool on him.
Right.
And then he did like a documentary showing that he was like playing a character for a while.
Right.
Is that what he was doing? Like,
I think so. Yes.
So it was just like an art piece he was doing.
This could have been a $250 million practical joke.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe this
is the same guy.
Yeah. Maybe it's a fun $250 million practical joke. It's a bit.
If you're Joaquin Phoenix, you're the fucking king of the hill, right? You're like one of the biggest movie stars in the country. You're the guy from Gladiator,
sure.
right? It's like he can kind of trick Hollywood dummies.
I think they thought that this would be received differently. I think they thought. I think they're maybe in a little bit of a bubble.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is alone in his house right now, laughing that he pulled that off.
I don't think he even knows he did it.
He's like the same guy that did this thing.
I know.
You think he's crazy?
I think he's an actor, so I don't think he exists. I think it's just like what the new part is. He becomes that.
Joaquin Phoenix tells Letterman, "I hope spoof didn't offend you." Actor apologized to the Late Show host for awkward interview that features in new film I'm Still Here. So he was doing that as a part of the film. That's the
Yes.
idea. So the film is that he was acting like he was a crazy person?
Yeah, it was like a documentary about him making music.
All they had to do here, all they had to do was blow some shit up, have him escape from prison, have him do something, get a couple of scenes in the courthouse or something.
Look at
You
it
know?
says here. It says throughout, Phoenix was trailed by actor Casey Affleck, who is his brother-in-law, and a film crew. The result, I'm Still Here, was released this month as an ostensible documentary about the corrosive effects of celebrity and wealth on a now drug-addled actor in the profession since he was a child. So the idea is that they did a documentary on how fucked up he was, and so he went on Letterman to act fucked up.
Right.
But I think it was a goof.
No, it was a goof.
Right? Okay,
But he was
elaborate
also, yeah.
spoof. It was all an elaborate. Okay, it was Affleck who confirmed what many suspected, that it was all an elaborate spoof last week, telling New York Times that Phoenix had given a terrific performance. It's the performance of his career. So he just acted like he was drugged out and out of his fucking mind for a spoof.
Yeah.
Like, this is the kind of guy that would trick those Hollywood dumbasses into making a musical sequel to the Joker.
If he did that, then that's great. I don't know. I know that he was raised in a cult when he was a little kid, and his name was Leaf. So whatever he does, God bless him. He's a brilliant actor.
He changed it from Leaf to Joaquin.
Yeah,
it's like we're going the other way.
The guy's brilliant, but the movie was just, God, was it rough.
It's crazy because the first one was so good. He was so believable.
The
as a
first one was
completely insane
really
person.
great, and then the second one just went. And if you were a fan of the first one, the second one was like kind of, I think, insane to a fan of the first one.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
You know.
It would be like if Godfather 2 was about like the Corleone family going legit. You know what I mean?
Right. No more
like and
murder.
apologizing
Yeah.
for the mafia.
Right.
They were like, "Hey, I'm sorry we did all this shit.
Yeah.
We now have a bakery." It went completely the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't see it, but I heard it sucked.